I know, it's not a lever gun, but if you'll indulge me just a minute, I'll tell you why I am so excited to have it. Hi, George here, and welcome to Tales from Target Suite, where I'll share my perspective on guns and shooting, and we'll have an adventure or two that will make even a grown man smile. And I have been waiting a long time to get my hands on the Ruger Scout rifle, and it's chambered in a really unique cartridge. We're going to talk more about that. But this gun comes with a beautiful American walnut stock. It's got matte black finish on the metal parts, except for the stainless bolt, of course. And it's got controlled round feed. And if you've got a rifle that has controlled round feed or controlled feed, let me know in the comments what it is. And if you don't know what controlled feed means, we're going to talk about it here in a little bit. But I also wanted to talk about the cartridge that it's chambered in, the 450 Bushmaster. But first I'm going to hand it over to my son and a guy who did some shooting east of San Antonio a couple of weeks ago with this gun, first shots. They had a great time. They had to share it with a Kubota. So we're excited to be down here, thanks to that other guy. And of course, we left all of our ammo back at the house, and we had to spend a fortune on some extra factory ammo here.
Professionals.
Yeah, because we're professionals. All right, that's exactly right. We have been over this gun with a fine-tooth comb, and it just looks great all around. So we're going to load up with the Hornady Black 250 grain FTX bullet. There you see it right there. And we're going to do some shooting. And the velocity on these rounds, 2,200 feet per second. So they're scooting, boot scooting in Texas. Okay. Okay, I see a stick flew. Let's go down there.
The bottom right target. I'm blowing the bottom leg of our target stand out, I think.
So this will be our first trip down range, and obviously the targets aren't exactly right because they're pretty small for a 50-yard.
Oh, we shot the same target.
That's not bad. I was shooting at number 23.
I shot at 24.
Yeah, and that's my 3 shots at number 23.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with that at 50 yards. And if you're wondering what that background noise is, what is that, Austin? Tell me.
It's Kubota 95 SVL.
Okay, Kubota 95 SVL. You know, in spite of the noise from that track loader, we had a great time that day at the range. And it was neat that they let us have a kind of a remote range that where we could do some footage, but we did have to share it with that track loader who was doing some walkways or roads, I'm not sure what. But let's take a closer look at the 450 Bushmaster. And it's the cartridge that's right there nestled in between one of my favorite cartridges, the 44 Magnum, and one of my other favorite cartridges, 4570. And just looking at those 3 rounds together, of course with the 450 Bushmaster in the middle, you would think that it fell in the power level somewhere between the 44 Magnum and the 4570. But the reality is that the 450 Bushmaster has a much greater case capacity than the 4570, or than the 44 Magnum, and it is designed to function at 38,500 psi, whereas the 44 Magnum is only designed to function at 36,000 psi. So substantially higher pressure in the 450 Bushmaster. Then if you look at the 4570, it looks like, wow, that's a way bigger cartridge. But it's only, and it's true, and it has more case capacity. It's more expensive to load, but it's only designed to function in modern lever guns at 28,000 psi. So the 450 Bushmaster, even though it's diminutive compared to the 4570, it has a ton of power. not equal to the hotter 45-70 loads, but nonetheless, enough personality to be very interesting. So now let's head back to that range east of San Antonio and let those guys do some more shooting that's not offhand. If I can remember which one I'm shooting at.
That was my problem. I forgot what target I was shooting at.
Were you shooting at
14.
14?
And this was my side end shot. So that's 2 and 3.
Okay, off a rest. That's a less than a 2-inch group.
Much more appropriate.
Yep. And
I did pretty good too. Shot 6, right?
no, actually, I shot right here. So 1, 2, and then 3.
It's funny. We keep getting two,
Yeah.
two together, two
1, 2.
together, two
Yep.
together, two together.
1, 2, and 3. Well, that rest sure helped Austin. I'm not sure it did me any good, but anyway, that was a fun day at the range, and it was good to find a place that was video friendly, because that gives me more of a chance to travel to Seguin to see my Seguin family, my son and his family, and do some video content. So it was really nice to meet those guys there, and I'll share more about that at another time. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to post another video with this gun, and we're going to do a deeper dive, do some accuracy testing. I'll probably put a scope on the Ruger Scout rifle. We'll shoot some ballistic gel, and I'm going to let my daughter Mallory have some fun time with it and see what she thinks about this almost 45-70 power level 450 Bushmaster. Man, this magazine, I haven't figured out the magic words yet on how to get it easily loaded, so bear with me, but we'll get that figured out. But right now, let's take a close look at the Ruger Scout rifle, model 6837. Well, and it really is a pretty gun. The American walnut stock, the black black oxide finish on the metal parts, except of course the bolt, which is stainless steel, really stands off nicely against the black receiver and black barrel. It is set up in the Scout rifle configuration, which means it's got a place to forward mount a long eye relief scope. That's really what the Scout rifle is all about. It's got a 4-round magazine. We just push forward here and the magazine comes out. It does have control feed. It's a little hard to show you controlled round feed, but we'll try. This first round I'm going to chamber is going to be done at near normal speed at about 75%. But now this second one, we're running at about 25% speed, and it pauses right there. And what has happened is the spring from the magazine has forced that weighting cartridge that has been stripped from the magazine. It is forced up into the extractor claws of the bolt. And so now that round is controlled. And it will be so until it's fully chambered and even extracted. So let's finish that cycle. So there you have it, and this one does have a fairly short length of pull. That's the way that Austin and I both liked that. But the gun does come with 2 additional spacers, and so you can add an inch to the length of the pull. It already has 1 spacer here, comes from the factory that way, but you can add an extra inch to your length of pull by adding these 2 spacers. Hybrid muzzle brake, supposed to be easier on your neighbors when you're shooting at the range, and maybe we'll see if we can't figure that out down the road. Great gun. Sure wish it didn't have the cracked stock. Well, I can just say we didn't bang it, bump it, drop it, kick it, or run over it with a mule, but this stock is definitely broken right here at the wrist. And The other thing I'm sure of is that we didn't see it when we were at the range east of San Antonio, and how we missed it there, I have no idea, but we didn't see it. My guess is that maybe it was either broken from the factory, but the crack was invisible, or it broke while we were shooting, and then all of that was exacerbated by bringing it from the dry air of central South Texas to northwest Louisiana. But in any case, it's broken, and I'll be contacting customer service tomorrow, and they're going to send us a new stock. There's no doubt about that. We don't like the delay, but one thing we have learned from our experiences with Ruger so far is that their customer service always makes things right. And so we're going to get that taken care of, and then we'll give you an update, because we've got a lot more content to make with the 450 Bushmaster Ruger Scout Rifle. Beautiful gun. And speaking of customer service, an update on the Rossi 357 Magnum 16-inch barrel stainless steel lever gun that I sent back over 2 months ago to Rossi because it had a chamber problem. And I just got that gun back yesterday, and actually it was delivered yesterday. I haven't picked it up, so I don't know what they've done, but we'll get that back over here, and I'll do a follow-up on that gun. But my other one that I sent in at the same time, that's my 44 Magnum 24-inch barrel lever gun from Rossi. That gun is still at customer service. It's been there for over 2 months, 2.5 months. And I'm not getting good information from them yet. So you can complain about Ruger firearms if you are of the mind, but my experience is that their customer service always makes it right, and it does it in a timely manner, unlike my experience with Rossi. So with that said, I'm going to say thanks for watching. This video did not end the way I had planned, and so that's why I'm sitting here in a different shirt, in a different place, a little bit frustrated because it has been one of the hardest videos to get out. But thank you for your patience. I've got lots of content planned. We've got some great guns coming from Ruger, and some exciting content. So I hope you'll stay with me, bear with me, and we'll keep this show on the road. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Reactive targets. Let's see, let's take out that clear water jug right there. How about a 2.5 gallon jug? And how about that empty agricultural liquid container? Show me. Which one is it? That's 3 rounds? Yep. Oh man, that's awesome.
There's the 2.
Yeah. Yep. Wow, that's really good. Okay, off of a towel.
A towel and a toolbox.
And a toolbox and a rickety table. And it is starting to rain.
Yep.